Folks, and welcome to another review of Thoughts on. This time, Friday the 13th, Part 4, final chapter, 1984. Basically, it is the sequel, to the third film, and it does pick up right after the third film, which is cool. It has Corey Feldman in it, Crispin Glover, Ted White as Jason, and Kimberly Beckett's Trish, who's the sister of Tommy Jarvis. The budget for this was $2.6 million, and whereas the studio wanted to end the franchise at this point because I guess they wanted to do something different, but then of course, no, we're going to do another movie. And so, yeah, they made this one, and they decided this is going to be the final one, so let's bring back the guy that created Jason's iconic look, or not look, but, that gave us, the awesome kills, Tom Savini, which I'm guessing Tommy Jarvis is very much an homage to him. But yeah, basically again, it picks up right after the third one. When I do wish Dana Kimmel would have returned, as Chris, to come back and, I don't know, like maybe Jason, because pretty much what happens is police arrive, ambulance arrive, they take him to a morgue, he reemerges, escapes, kills the nurse and doctor dude, and then goes back to Crystal Lake, or it's sort of or it's Crystal Lake, but it's weird with this one, because then there's a family, the Jarvises. You have Trish, who's the older sister, who's a babe. And then you have Tommy Jarvis, who's Corey Feldman, who would go on to do the Goonies. And you have the mom. I guess the mom and the dad are separated. There's a line of dialogue. And then you have the Jason Hunter, Rob something. Basically, he's the guy. He's the brother of the hot chick with the nice, the one that got double penetrated with in the bed with her boyfriend by Jason. And then you have him, and pretty much his character is really pointless because he dies midway through the climax. I'm like, I mean, whatever. I mean, his character was sort of interesting because he's just hunting Jason, and then they don't really. It's like it was it's like they were trolling the audience with that guy. We're gonna introduce this cool character and then, kill him off in a lame fashion where he doesn't really fight back, and we're not really able to see how much damage Jason's doing to him because it's so dark in that basement, and all we hear of him is, he's killing me, he's killing me. And I'm like, oh wow, okay. And then of course you have these other characters, the 6 young teens who want to have a good time. They pretty much are next door to the Jarvises, across the way. They all die each one by one. Well, but they're sort of interesting, somewhat. I mean, I did like Teddy. I liked his character. I felt bad for him because he strikes out with the 2 hot twins that arrive. Like, the twins are like giving the other dudes more attention than him, and and I love the line he gives the Crispin Glover. The computer says you're a dead lay, a dead F, and the computer don't lie. That was cool. Still holds up. I was confused on the whole BJ Betty conversation. I wasn't sure. Is she supposed to be an old girlfriend of Crispin Glover's character? Because then Teddy's like, ha, if there's no computer, then there is no Betty either. But then, so I didn't understand that. But then Crispin later talks about Betty again towards when they're partying. But yeah, so I understand that. But I like their dynamic anyway. I like the dialogue between them. Jason's a gangster in this. It was pretty interesting watching this again, where for the first couple, I don't want to say an hour in, but like a good chunk of the beginning, you don't really see Jason fully in here. He comes in at the beginning, kills the people at the morgue, and he kills the hitchhiker, and then it's mainly these teens talking, partying, and then you're introduced to the Jason hunter, Rob, who also this would not fly today, where Trish, she doesn't know this guy. She invites him into her house, her and her mom and her brother's house. You don't know this guy. Granted, he seemed like a nice guy, but you know what? Norman seemed like a nice boy too, as they said. And then and then Tommy's like, oh, but you gotta come see my room. I gotta show you some stuff. It's gonna surprise you or something. And then he just grabs the guy and pulls him into the house, and he's like, hi mom, this is so and so Rob or whatever, and it just takes him on upstairs, and the mom's she's like aftershocked, who's this? But then not really, because then she doesn't really say much after that. And you see a grown man going into your young son's room, and you don't really say much about it, so okay. I don't even remember if the door was closed or not, but besides the point. Anyway, so you have that odd scene, which again, that would not. And then Trish is like, I wonder, I'm guessing her character, such as her and Tommy, they don't really get to socialize much, so, because they live out in the woods or whatever. So I guess that's why she's so out, or so forward a bit, which is sort of interesting for her character. I mean, she does try to fight Jason. She does give him a decent, fight back a bit. She's not like Chris, where she'll go toe to toe with him, but she does, she tries to hit him with the machete. She does knock the mask off of him, but then she totally freaks out after she sees his messed up face. And the cool effect, the acting in this is pretty fine, pretty good for everyone. Crispin Glover's acting a bit is iffy in some spots. But again, him and Teddy's dialogue. I love the one scene where they're going skinny dipping, and the girls are telling him, come on in, the water's whatever. And then Teddy's cheering on and smiling, cheesing so hard. Crispin Glover's character's like, no, we have no suits. We have no suits. And Teddy's just looking at him dude. And you have the one chick, I forget her name, but not Samantha. Samantha's the virgin of the group, who surprisingly she dies as well. But you have the one chick, I forget her name, but she's like the one that Paul's girlfriend, or no, is it Paul? I think it's supposed to be Paul, or no. Yeah, it is Paul because she does say screw. Yeah, it's Paul. So her, Paul's girlfriend, the girl who plays Paul's girlfriend was, I thought her acting was fine. Her characters, whatever. Like, I know a lot of people seem to like Final Chapter. A lot of fans. It's not it's not really one of my favorites. I mean, I remember watching it. Yeah, you know. I enjoy the commentary of Adam Green and some other dude that's on the commentary more than the movie. Also, the Jarvis's Mrs. Jarvis, you never see what happens to her. Cause she goes outside when it's raining and storming, and then she turns and looks all startled, and then you never see her again. So I guess Jason killed her. You don't get to see her death though. I know there were different deaths they wanted to do with Jason, but they weren't sure which one really to do. Like there was one I think with a laser, or something with to do with a microwave laser or something. I swear that was in the either commentary or it was in the documentary. But yeah, like the acting's fine, cinematography's good. I will say, like, if this were to be the final one, I would say it's a really good, it's a fitting end for Jason, the way he goes out. Like, there's no way he would even be able to, they would be able to make more sequels. The way Tommy, like, just goes ham on him at the end. But then, of course, part 5, they tried something different, and people hated that. I'm guilty of being with the majority that did not like that, but now, you know, it was trying to do something different. I think they should have went in that direction a bit more, because I liked the psychological effect. Although I don't know if they mentioned what happened to Trish or not in the 5th one. I can't remember. But yeah, in terms of favorites, this isn't really one of my favorites. It's not a bad movie, but it's just there. I would watch 2, 3, 6, 7, Final Friday, then probably this one. Or Jason. I would probably watch this one last, if anything. Just me, I guess. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like, comment. What's your favorite in a franchise in terms of Friday the 13th? Also, check out my stop motion Jason animations if you're on the channel interested. Yeah.